is about the processing technology of starch. Oh yeah. And if this is your first time to come to the live, make sure you have already followed me so that next time when we do a live stream, you will be noticed. And if you have already followed me, you might know every week we are totally showing you guys about different things. So today's topic is about like the processing technology for starch. For example, potato starch, sweet potato starch, cassava starch, and you guys may notice here first, I'm going to show you about the cassava starch processing line. So if you're interested about the cassava starch processing line, you can leave something in the comment to directly let me know so that our assistant, our engineering team can directly reach to you. And if you are the viewer that from YouTube, and if you also want to check about the 3D video, the pictures, and the feedback from our previous customers, you can also type something in the comment to let our assistant to know that you're here. So our assistant will teach you, will show you the way, show you the account that we are doing the live stream on Alibaba at the same time. So you can come here, check about 3D video, check about picture, check about the feedback. So ladies and gentlemen, if you do interested about the cassava starch processing line for any starch, potato starch, sweet potato starch, or cassava starch, you can all leave the message at the comment area. And by the way, our company has done those business about 10 years. To be specific, that is 12 years, which we do accumulate so many experiences during this decade. And welcome, Tara. Welcome to the live. If you like to start your own starch business, you can or type them in the comments so that our assistant will reach to you as soon as possible. And we are doing the live on Alibaba at the same time. So if you do want to check about the 3D video that we are showing here, or like the picture, the feedbacks, just comment something in the comment area. Our assistant will reach to tell you how to come here and check about it. Welcome, Marsa Nokwara. Welcome to the live. This is Oliver from Hunan Company, and today's topic is about the processing technology of starch, especially for cassava starch, potato starch, sweet potato starch, and something just like this. So if you do want to start your own starch business or gallery business or some other powder something business, you can all connect to us. And by the way, before I start to tell you about the whole processing line, I would like to show you guys about our company. Our company is called Henan Doing, and which our company and our factory, it is all located in Henan province and China. So if you do want to have a visit, you can comment. Our assistant will contact you really soon, especially like the environment, international environment is getting better and better. It is easy for people to make a business travel to see about the real equipments, to see about the real processing lines. So if you're interested, feel free to comment. Yeah. And yeah, later, let's just wait for more people to come in. Welcome, Alex. Welcome. So if you're interested about the starch business or dairy processing technology or like the cassava flour processing line, you can all connect it to us. And right now, how about let's directly show you guys about the cassava starch processing line. And during this process, if you do have any questions or if you're interested about any of the single equipment, you can all type a stop so that I can show you more details about it. And if you are the view that from YouTube, and if you also want to check about the 3D video, the feedback, the pictures, just leave a comment. Our assistant will show you how to check about the live on Alibaba so that you can check about the videos. Welcome, Alex, back. Welcome back. And right now, let's directly show you about the cassava starch processing line. And if you do interested about this one, about the single equipment, or if you do have any questions, feel free to put your question in the comment. I'd like to show you more details for that. And just like I said, our company has done those starch business, flour business, or gallery business about 10 years. So we do accumulate experiences, and we do focus on the details for the whole processing line. And later, I will show you about the details of this whole processing line. The details, it is the most important thing for this whole processing line, so that can save you a lot of cost, a lot of time, and a lot of energy, a lot of labor cost, something just like this. And let's check about it. First, we have this feeding hopper here. No matter for which kind of processing line, for example, like the Gary processing line, starch processing line, we all use about this feeding hopper at the first place, because at the bottom for this equipment there is the vibration side, vibration equipment here to keep vibrating, to make sure all the materials get into this line in order to make sure to lower the pressure for the later equipment, and to like it is keep vibrating, so all the materials will get into the line in the process, so it will not easy to cause the problems of clog, or like it is all like rush to one equipment in a really short time, that will cause a really big pressure for the equipment. So this is the first one, to make sure this whole processing line working smoothly, working in order. And then we got this build conveyor, and right now you guys can check, this is our build conveyor. It is not the very uh, important one, but it is like the most essential one to do the transportation job. And then it is our first equipment. I would like to see that, because for this one you guys can see this is our dry side, and it adopt a really special design as it's inside. So when this dry side rotating, all the raw material will also keep rotating with the dry side to remove about the like the heavy and big impurities. For example, like the weeds, like the mud, like the some stones. Because when the equipment it is rotating, there is a really special design it is adopted. So all the raw material will keep rotating, also pushing the raw materials forward to do the transportation job. And during the gap between the equipment, that is the outlet for the impurities, to make sure for this one it is not only the equipment to remove about the impurity, but also it is the equipment to do the transportation job. So it is a really high efficient equipment. And normally we will set this equipment at outside of the whole workshop, uh, to make sure like the whole workshop it is totally clean, and like the worker can easily to remove about the impurities, and to make sure everything it is in order. And then after this dry side, we will get into in this equipment. To be specific, this one you guys can check here, that is our paddle washing equipment. It is widely used in cassava starch, cassava starch processing line, because for potato and sweet potato we totally using a different equipment to do the washing job. And for this one you guys may notice there it is actually like the double slot. It is actually like the double slot according to the washing difficulties and according to the dirt adhesion degrees. We can design it like into a single slot or double slot or triple slot, multi slot according to your needs. And by the way, for this paddle washing equipment, it is totally adopt like the counter current washing principle, which can make sure all the equipments, all the materials can washing really clean. I mean, when all the material get into this equipment, it is flowed, it is like go in this way, but the water current it is totally against its way, to make sure all the materials, all the cassava tubers can wash it totally clean. And for potato and for sweet potato, we normally, hi, how are you, visitor? I'm watching line on the product details page, and if you do interested about any of the equipments here, you can just type a stop or type something to let me know that you're here and you are interested about this one. Welcome, Christy. Welcome. And this is our paddle washing equipment in the starch cassava starch processing line, and if you do want to start your own cassava starch mm, business, you can all comment in the comment area to let me know, or you can just directly contact to our assistant. Anyway, let's back to the processing line. Uh, this one, it is called paddle washing equipment, and we do have another type washing equipment for the materials. We do have the rotary washing equipment that is more suitable for potato and sweet potato, because sweet potato, its size is more like bigger and thick, but like cassava tubers, it is more like those fruits of like long and thin materials. So according to the different materials, we do have different uh, equipment to make it. So before you contact to us, you can also tell us what is your materials, potato or sweet potato, because according to different materials, we adopted different equipments to accomplish the whole processing line. So that, before you start your own business, you can all comment here. Welcome, Tyser. Welcome to the line. Anyway, let's keep checking about. This is our paddle washing equipment, and it is totally adopt counter current washing principle. The materials go in this way, and the water current is totally against its way to make sure that all the materials washing totally clean. And of course, there is a bottom net to set at the bottom for inside of this equipment. You can easily to collect about the fine sand, about the small stones, and there are provides customer provides viewers materials. How does this equipment adopt counter current washing principle? Because at the bottom for this equipment, like the very bottom for this equipment, there are two valves. Normally, we will turn on one of the valve. We will turn on one of the valve, so the water current will totally against to this way, so that we can adopt the counter current washing principle. Welcome water, one Wardono. All right, let's keep checking. After this paddle washing equipment, we do have other steps to make sure all the materials it is like totally clean. And by the way, talking about this one, you guys can check over here. You might see there are a lot of water pipe. It is adopted in this line. In the paddle washing equipment, we adopt reusing water. But at the over this part, can you guys see that? This part, the outlet part, we are using about the clear water, or we can, or we call it like the new water, to make sure all the materials after this equipment it is totally clean. And then we set another belt conveyor to do the transportation job. You guys can check about the video. If you guys interested about the starch processing line, you can leave something in the comment. Our assistant will reach to really soon. And that is all about the cleaning process. And right now it is, from now on, it is about the processing part. In our company, we do have of the two of the equipments to do the processing. Welcome, Jonas. The first one is about that one, the cutting equipment. Let me go back and to let you guys see more clearly. First one, it is about the cutting machine. So with this cutting machine, I would like to let you guys know the material for the knife inside of the equipment. It is like for CR13 degree material, which it is like a food grade material normally in our kitchen. The knife, it is using about the food grade stainless steel, and it is really durable. And right now, the first is raw material crushing, to cut all the materials, to cut all the cassava tubers into small pieces. It is normally around 3 to 5 pieces, and it is a really durable equipment here. There are two type of knives. Right now, you guys can see in the video. The keep rotating one, it is one type, And at the bottom for this equipment, there is a stable knife, which to make sure all the raw material get into this equipment can cut into like very, very tiny pieces, 3 to 5 pieces. And in the market, there are a lot of different design for about this one. And later, I'd like to show you the others type anyway. And then through this build conveyor, it get into our another equipment, which is our rasper here. And for this equipment, I'm not sure, have you guys ever heard about the rasper? And before, after the cutting the cassavas, then we normally put it a magnetic separator above the rasper to make sure all the material get into this rasper. It is totally clean. I mean, the separator, it is not expensive at all. The magnetic separator, it is not expensive at all. But once mixed with like the irons or the nails, it will totally damage about the raspberry, which our raspberry is the main equipment inside of the whole processing line. And there is a rotary drum inside of the raspberry. The larger the output, the larger the diameter of the rotary drum, and the more blades, and the minimum output blades in the it is like the hundreds. And the rotary drum, it is rotating in a really high speed. Normally, it is around 2000 uh, in 1 minute. And then you can check about this rasper. The speed, it is really high. It is normally around 2000 in 1 minute. And the blade out of the cassava block for fine grinding, tooth blade and the felt grinding block, it is really tiny, like 2 millimeters. The tooth spacing is also about 2 millimeters. And the felt grinding machine bottom net, it is 1.8 millimeters wide strip mesh design. It is not easy to cause about the material clog, and the starch exists in cassava in the form of free starch and the bond starch, which is the key equipment in to improve about the yield of starch. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested about the starch business, starch processing line, you can all comment below to let me know so that our assistant can reach to you really soon. And if you do have, how are you? How are you, Alina? Welcome to the live. How are you? This is Oliver from Henan Jun Company. How are you doing? And if you do interested about this one, welcome, and MY. If you do have any questions during I'm showing you about it, you can all like comment here to let us know so that we can show you more details about it. And right now we are showing you about the cassava starch business. If you're interested about it, leave something in the comments. How are you? Edible, Abdul, how are you? How are you? Welcome to the live. And right now, let's keep checking about the 3D video here. Thank you so much for your like, ladies and gentlemen. And after this rasper, that is done with the like the processing line, and then we have already got like the cassava milk here, and we will use the pump to do the transportation job. And next, you can check about this part right now. It is a centrifuge one. To be honest, it is the most amazing equipment in the world right now to get rid of the impurities. So if you do want to get to know more about this centrifuge, leave something in the comment to let me know. Alright, so right now let me show you more details for this centrifuge. And by the way, our company and our factory, it is all located in Henan province and China. So if you do want the high quality with the low cost equipment, just uh, come to us. Best quality with the lowest price. And right now you guys can see the No matter for potato or sweet potato starch, we are using about this centrifuge screen. It is a kind of screen equipment mainly used in starch production line. It is mainly used to screen uh, the starch pump fiber components to improve the quality of the finished starch. And the starch centrifuge side, a level of starch production line is generally determined according to the customer's demand and is often equipped with a fine slag for screening work, slag side for screening work. And for this equipment, you guys can check about at the above. It is mainly composed of the screen door, like the feed duct, spindle, motor, side basket, screen mesh, powder chamber, and slag chamber. And for its working principle, the slurry enters the bottom of the control side basket from the conduit on the door of the sweet potato starch or potato starch centrifuge screen. Under the action of centrifuge force, the slurry is evenly distributed along the screen surface and moves in the direction of large diameter. And in the console basket of sweet potato starch centrifuge screen, the surface of the slurry by the tangent line and the normal line of the two directions of the force together. Along the inner cone to do a more complex curve movement until it reaches the outer edge for the concealed side basket under the action of centrifuge force to support around into the slag collecting chamber. Due to the small diameter of the starch particles, it is not easy to pass through the mesh and gap of the screen. So, under the action of centrifuge force and gravity, through the mesh or gap directly into the powder chamber. And if you like to know more about this equipment, you can type something in the comment to let me know. Our assistant and our engineering team is all inside of the lab. And by the way, we have done the starch business and gallery business about 10 years. To be specific, that is 12 years. So we do accumulate so many successful experience during this decade, and we do a lot of details to save you a lot of labor cost, a lot of time, a lot of energy. Welcome, Abdul. I'm still here. If you're still here, type something to directly let me know so that I can show you more about this centrifuge. So for this centrifuge, it's mainly made of stainless steel material design. It is very clean, very healthy, and welcome, Hamoda. Welcome to the live. This is Oliver. And right now, I'm showing you guys about our centrifuge. It is very clean and healthy and no rust, in line with food safety standards. And by the way, the overall design of the centrifuge screen is very reasonable. Have a really low energy consumption, a very stable operation, and the pump and slag separation effect, it is really good. And by the way, for this centrifuge, you can not only use it for cassava tubers, but also you can use it for potatoes and sweet potatoes starch processing line. So if you're interested about this one, and if you are watching the live on YouTube, and if you want to check about the 3D videos or pictures or our feedback from our previous customers, uh, type something to let me know that you are interested. Our assistant will contact you really soon to show you how to watch the live on Alibaba or directly talk to our engineering team about the equipment. You can tell us about your what materials do you have and what about your uh, capacities so that our engineering team can give you a customized design to let yeah please let us know about your budget, about your materials, about your everything that you got right now. And by the way, there is one thing more I want to show you guys about this centrifuge is about the high pressure washing design of positive and negative screen surface. It can efficiently reduce clogging and ensure the normal operation of starch production line. Welcome back, Khaled. Khaled, welcome back, Hamoda. This is Oliver. How are you? If you're interested about the starch processing line, leave something. I can show you more about it. Yeah, this is our centrifuge here, and the most advanced screen method is in the world. This right now you guys can see this is the most advanced screening method is in the world, and you can learn about the European workmanship, which is exactly the same one. And after this one, I mean, especially in the market, there are a lot of different equipments, just like this one, because there is another can. It is called vertical centrifuge sieve. The speed is up to 600 to 800 RPM, and the material is easy to be thrown out. And the screen process it is shorter. The separation effect will not be very good, or if you want to achieve the same separation effect, the vertical screen to be equipped with the multiply sets in series at the same time. And the more the number of the units, the natural overall power consumption and the water consumption, manual maintenance cost will obviously increase a lot. Now, this kind of technology is gradually phased out, such as relatively backward areas of Vietnam and Thailand were still using those kind of technology, but normally in the market we are a lot of people are adopting about this one. Welcome Igor. How are you? Welcome to the live. If you're interested about this one, about the centrifuge here, type something. Alright, let's keep checking the later equipment inside of the processing line. And normally we will use like 4 to 5 of this centrifuge. And by the way, in the market there is a round one, a round type one, which we normally didn't suggest to you guys to get about that equipment because that is cost a lot of time and energy, and the final effect of the starch it is not relatively high. So we normally suggest to you guys about to get this kind of equipment here. And right now, after this one, I'd like to show you guys about another equipment here, which is our hydrocyclone. I'm not sure how many do you guys know about the hydrocyclone. And before the hydrocyclone, there is a designer to effectively remove about the fine sign or small, really tiny impurities according to the different weights. And then this is our hydrocyclone here. And let me show you about its details so you guys can check about its inside. It is a totally closed equipment, and there are like 3 parts, and there are a lot of pipes it is adopted as its inside. And yeah, I can pause it here to show you more details for the hydrocyclone. So for this equipment, it is the best equipment for refining, washing, and concentrating the crude starch milk after separating most of the protein and other light substances by the separator. Uh, it by many groups of countercurrent series, it can replace the separation units. It has a really small area with 4 centrifuge process. Has a really simple structure, no vibration. It is really easy to it is really convenient to maintain the equipment, reliable operation, and a lot of other advantage. The production of the same quality of starch done with the centrifuge process to save about 50% investment. It is really easy to operate, easy to maintain, and the cost for the equipment is relatively low. So it is one of the equipment with high promotion value in the starch industry. I'm sure if you have already done the starch business, you must know about this hydrocyclone equipment. uh, why do we have to use about the hydrocyclone? For this one, the screened core starch meal contains a certain amount of protein, and those protein particles, it is really tiny, really small, but the time is too long, it can accumulate into a group, so that the separation effect is gradually reduced. So should be separated as soon as possible. And if the primary separation is done by the separator, and the refining and the washing starch can be completed by the 6 to 9 stage cyclone, and the overall overflow yellow pump can be recovered before returning to the separator. And in the process of total cyclone purification, separation and refining, the cyclone group, it is divided into two parts. The first part uses 6 to 8 groups for primary concentration and separation, and the second part uses 10 to 12 groups for refining and washing. And if 6 to 8 groups of washing parts it is added at the last, the quality of starch will be better. And if you do have any questions for this hydrocyclone here, you can type something to let me know that you are here and you do interested about this hydrocyclone here. And in the total cyclone process, because of the coarse pump directly into the cyclone group for separation and washing, the secondary powder. Hold a second, let me just pause it here to show you. Yeah, you guys can see more clearly about it. So the secondary powder with the small proportion of protein will flow out of the overflow port together with the yellow pump. And in order to improve the economic benefit, the two parts of the cyclone have 3 to 4 groups of recovered cyclone, and the recovered secondary starch slurry will flow back to the our original slurry pool for separation. If high quality starch it is needed to produce, the recovered secondary starch should be stored and disposed separately. And the hydrocyclone used in starch industry belongs to liquid hydrocyclone, and its working principle it is similar to that of like gas hydrocyclone. It is separated by centrifugal force and suspension posted with a different specific gravity of particles, and material enters in the tangential position of cyclone tube at a certain pressure. Yeah, just like the video I just showed you. And it rotates in the tube and produces a larger centrifuge force. The larger particles move down, move along the tube wall and discharged by the bottom flow hole, while the similar particles move up near to the center and are like discharged by the overflow port. And the effect for this hydrocyclone it is related to the series of the feed concentration. The more serious, the more clean, the more substance is removed, and the quality of starch is improved accordingly. So if you like to get to know more about this centrifuge here, type something. Welcome, Jill White. How are you doing? This is Oliver from Henan Doing Company. How are you? And right now I'm showing you about the starch processing line. If you're interested about the starch processing line, for example, about this centrifuge. How are you doing, Jill White? It is really happy to see you here. And right now I'm showing you the cassava starch processing line, but also for like potato and sweet potato processing line, it is just like the same, but there are different equipment it is adopted. How's your day going, Jill White? Where are you from? This is Oliver from Henan Doing Company, and I'm from China. So happy to see you here, sir. Yeah. Ireland, having a nice day. Yeah, you too. Have a nice day. So happy to see you here. And this is our hydrocyclone to remove about the impurities in the starch, especially for cassava starch, potato or sweet potato starch. If you welcome Kurt, if you do want to know more about the starch business, our company has already done uh, the starch business above 10 years. To be specific, that is 12 years. So we do accumulate so many experiences during this decade. And if you like to start your own starch business, Gary processing line, you can all reach to us, tell us about what kind of materials do you have, and tell us about what is your capacity, so that our assistant and our engineering team can show you more details for that. Yes. And after that one, you guys can check about the video. Our like company and our factory, it is all in China. So basically, high quality, low cost. And if you're interested about that, type something in the comments. And right now, check about this one. It is our drying system. It is our drying system to totally dry about the wet materials. And let me show you more about the drying equipment here. Oh, what is this? Anyway, let's checking about this one. For this one, it is our drying system, and you guys may notice we totally adopt a really special design for this tube. And you guys can see it is like bigger size, smaller size, bigger size, smaller size, bigger size, smaller size, to prolong all the materials can stay a longer time inside of the pipe, to make sure all the material it is totally dried. And by the way, the pressure inside of the tube, it is much lower than the outside. So uh, it will not cause the problems about all the materials will like, yeah. Anyway, this is our drying system. And if you like to know more for this drying system, uh, type something in the comment to let me know that our assistant can show you about the pictures, the feedbacks about this one. Alright, so if you do want to know more, just type something. Alright, let me just post it here. For this one, for this equipment, uh, we can call it like a drying system, or we can call it like a flash dryer. The wet powder materials it will add it into the feeding unit and fed according to the amount by the speed regulating winch of the unit and enter the hoist of the unit. And the hoist rotates at a really high speed, dispersing the materials and throwing them into the drying pipe. The hot air and wet materials it will mix in the drying pipe for heat exchange, evaporate water and move rapidly in the pipe. And after pause in the middle, it will declarate briefly and exchange the heat, fully exchange about the heat. And the airflow drying system take the fan and the drying force to heat exchange to wet materials and the hot air in the closed pipe. Evaporate water, reduce water content of the material. It will meet the standard requirements and drain the moisture through the gas solid separation of the cyclone separator to obtain the dry materials. And the airflow drying is a really efficient drying equipment for powdery materials, which is mainly used for drying all kinds of starch or flour. And the airflow drying has the characteristics of like large processing capacity, short drying time, like the instant drying continuous and stable operation, controllable, small investment, and a really convenient operation. And according to different size and process needs, the layout for the drying system it is different, which can be twisted into multiple directions, but the overall height it is certain, generally more than like 20 meters high, which will be higher than the roof. But according to your needs, we can totally give you a customized design for you. So if you want to know more for this equipment, just type something. You guys can see the right part is about the roof, and the left part it is about this flash dryer, or we can call it like the drying system. And right now we are showing you about the Gary. No, Gary. How are you? Emer. Welcome to the lab. This is Oliver from Hunan Drink Company, and right now I'm showing you about the starch protecting line. So if you do like to know more about the starch protecting business, or Gary protecting business, or potato, sweet potato, starch, or like cassava flour, all the equipments, we all have it in our factory. And if you do want to have a visit our company and our factory, it is all located in Henan province and China. So type something to let me know that you're here so that we can welcome Equatoria. Welcome. This is Oliver from Henan Gin Company. Right now, we are showing you about our starch processing line. It is suitable for cassava starch and potato and sweet potato starch processing line. And right now, this is our controlling room. People, the worker can easily to control about every steps of the equipment to make sure like saving a lot of labor cost. So due to that one, you can saving a lot of labor cost because you do not need to know a lot of people, a lot of worker to work in the line. You just need a few people because for the whole processing line, it is really continuous and you can easily to control about it through the controlling room. Welcome DEM, welcome to the live. If you're interested about like the starch processing line, no matter for potato or sweet potato or Gary processing line, you can all leave a message in the comment to let me know that you're interested so that our assistant can reach you really soon. And right now you just see about check about the cassava starch processing line. And right now let me show you about the potato and sweet potato processing line. Welcome, Equatoria. Really happy to see you here. How's your day going? This is Oliver. How are you doing? And check about it. This is our sweet potato processing line. And normally it is kind of the same with the cassava starch processing line, but we do change about several the equipments because so that it is the whole processing line it is more suitable for more suitable for that. More suitable for the raw materials. Check about it. This is basically about the whole workshop, the whole factory here. And if you are the viewer that is from the YouTube, and if you do want to check about the 3D video pictures and feedbacks that we are showing on Alibaba, type something in the comment to let me know that our assistant will easily to tell you how to check about here. Or if you need a customized design for the starch business, for your starch business, for example, like potato starch, sweet potato starch, or cassava starch, cassava flour, or Gary's, you can all leave something. Our company is called Hunan Drink Company, which we have done the business above 10 years. To be specific, that is 12 years. And we do accumulate so many experiences during this decade, and we do focus on the details for our customers, for our clients, to make sure they can save a lot of labor cost, a lot of like time and energy. And by the way, for all of the equipment in our factory, we do have 1 year warranty, which means in 1 year after you purchase about the equipment, after you receive about the equipment, if there's something wrong with the equipment, easily come to us. with your problems, taking pictures or sending us a video about it. Our engineering team can reach back to you in 24 hours, not like the other companies after this, they sell you about the equipment for you. They just don't care about you anymore. But we do have 1 year warranty. We will reach to you in 24 hours, which means in 1 day. So if you do have any questions for all the equipment, no matter in front of your purchase or after your purchase, we all care about you. And right now it is also, yeah, let me just go back to explain the single details for you guys. Oh, I do not know how to go back there, but anyway, this is our rotary washing equipment. And I'm sure you guys noticed it is, you didn't check about this equipment before, like in the cassava starch processing line, because we are using different equipment. Just like I said, for cassava, the material it is like thin and long, thin and long. So we are using about the paddle washing equipment, but for this potato and sweet potato starch processing line, we are using about the rotary washing equipment because the material it is more like thick and big. And by the way, you by using about this rotary washing equipment, it has a really tiny damage for the raw materials. As we all know, we are now it is like a starch processing line. If we damage about the material at the beginning, the material will easily get into the water content, so that the final starch amount will totally get less. So to make sure the final starch content that we obtain it is high, so we are adopt about the rotary washing equipment here. And let's keep checking for the washing part. And if you do have any questions, and if you are from YouTube and you do want to see about the video, watch about the video, type something like type a hi to let me know that you do want to know more about this 3D video that you are interested, so that I can let our assistant to come here and show you about how to watch the live on Alibaba, or how to get in touch with our engineering team. And right now for this one, you guys can see this is our cutting machine, really high efficient and adopt a really special design. There are two type of knife. The right now this part of the knife it is like the rotary knife, and all the materials in for this equipment it is for CR13, a really durable design, and it is like stainless steel material. Have no damage for the raw materials, especially in the kitchen. People we using for this material in the kitchen to like cut all the vegetables or fruits. And at the bottom for this equipment, there is the stable knife, which to make sure all the materials after this equipment is like the size of 3 to 5 cm, really tiny one. And after this one, let's keep checking the video here. This is our cutting machine, and we do have the screw conveyor. It is docked here, screw conveyor, to do the transportation job. And before the rasper, we do have a magnetic separator to separate about the iron things. And it is quite funny because before like we are always talking about to separate about the iron items like the nails or something like that. I was like imagine why there will be nails or like small irons will mix with the materials until last week. I was like in the factory, and I do notice there is an iron nail. It is on the belt conveyor, which I do not know why it is appears at that part, but it does have one of the iron nails or like the magnetics items on the belt conveyor. If it is in the factory, it will totally damage about the rasper which is the main equipment in the line. And also you guys can see this is what we do for the details to protect all the materials and saving a lot of cost. If you, I mean, the magnetic separator, it is not expensive it is not expensive at all. But if you do not place one of the magnetic separator here, if once there is the iron get mixed in the raw material, it will totally damage about the raspberry, which the raspberry it is expensive. All right. After the whole system it is shut down, you can easily clean about the magnetic separator. It is quite easy. And let's check about the, yeah, this is our magnetic separator, the red one. And then it is our raspberry here, which it is like the same equipment in the cassava starch processing line. Really high efficient one. If you'd like to know more for the raspberry cutting machine or for our centrifuge or our hydrocyclone equipment, type something in the comment. Our assistant will reach to you really soon to show more details. And by the way, our company has done all the business. Yes, this is our centrifuge here, which I have already shown you about every details. If you do interested about this centrifuge, please let me know, ladies and gentlemen. If you do interested about this centrifuge, please let me know. It is the most amazing equipment in the world right now, especially in the starch industry here. A really high efficient and can totally remove about the impurities in a really high efficient way. Alright, let's keep checking the video here. Yeah, it may, if you are new here, let me just explain it to you again for this centrifuge. I mean, for this one, it is the most advanced screening method in the world. You can learn about the European workmanship, which is like exactly the same. And there is another can called vertical centrifuge side, and the speed is up to 600 to 800 RPM. But for our centrifuge, the RPM it is around 1,200 RPM. It is much high efficient than the vertical centrifuge side. And the material for the vertical centrifuge side, the material it is easy to be thrown out, and the screen process it is kind of shorter, and the separation effect will not be very good. Or if you want to achieve the same separation effect, the vertical screen needs to be equipped with the multiply sets in series at the same time. And the more the number of the units, the natural overall power consumption, water consumption, and maintenance costs will obviously increase a lot. So that's why we strongly suggested you guys to get about those kind of uh, centrifuge instead of getting the vertical centrifuge side. And now it is kind of technology is gradually phased out, but at the relatively backward areas like Thailand or some other countries, it is still using this kind of technology. So when you're choosing about the centrifuge side, do choose about those kind of type, the rotary, no, not like rotary, just not choose about the vertical one. And after this one, if you do have any questions for this centrifuge or for the hydrocyclone equipment, just type something in the comment to let me know about your budget, about your materials, about your capacity. Our engineers team can give you the customized design according to your needs. For example, if your budget it is limited, we are not our engineers team will not suggest to you to get the whole processing line. It is like the same. So just tell us about your How are you doing? Navin Jan, welcome to the live. I'm still here, sir. And yeah, where am I? Anyway, yeah, right now this is our descender. You guys can check about it because the weight for the fine sand and for the starch it is totally different. So we do said about this fine descender to remove about the fine sand to make sure the final quality of the starch it is relatively high. And after the descender, it is our the centrifuge side. No, it is our hydrocyclone here. Oh, I think the video have something wrong. So I will reopen about it. So ladies and gentlemen, you can just wait a minute and let me re-put the video here. And during this one, if you do need any help, and if you do interested about the starch business, especially for potato, sweet potato, or cassava starch, you can all leave a message here so that our assistant can reach to you really, really soon. And by the way, our company it is located in Henan province and in China. So if you do want to have a visit, or I mean, yeah, we are in China, so that means we do have the best quality with the lowest price in the world. You will never disappointed about our equipment. And by the way, we do have 1 year warranty, which means in 1 year, if there's anything wrong with the equipment, reach to us with the problem, send us the picture, the videos. Our assistant and our engineering team will come back to you with the perfect solutions in 24 hours to help you salute about your problems. And by the way, do not worry about like how do I store all the equipment. I do not know how to which part I should focus more. Do not worry about it because if you do purchase all the equipment here or the whole processing line here, our engineering team will give you like the training. No worry, totally no worry about that. So right now, if you're interested about the single equipment or the whole processing line, you can leave a message in the comment. Our assistant can tell you how to reach us, or you can directly tell us about what's your WhatsApp number so that we can like negotiate about the details. And right now, yes, it starts again with the vibration side, and then it is a build conveyor to the dry side here. Yeah, normally we suggest to you guys to set the dry side at outside of the workshop so that the whole workshop it is clean and the worker can easily clean about the whole workshop. And then we do have this hooking, the weeding hook at the conveyor, and then this is our destoner to remove about the stone or some bigger or heavy impurities. How are you? Navin Jan, welcome to the live and first man. Yeah, I do like your name, first man. Histories design. Welcome to the live. You guys do have the perfect name, the very wonderful name here. And this is our rotary washing equipment, which I have already explained about the details for you. Welcome, Ors. How are you doing, Ors? Tamiko, welcome to the live. How are you? How are you doing? This is Oliver from Henan Dream Company. Really happy to see you here. And then that is all about the washing part. From now on, it is about the processing part. And I have already showed you guys the first one, cutting equipment to cut all the materials into small pieces, 3 to 5 cm. And all the material, I mean, especially for a starch processing line, all the equipment that get in touch with the food, we adopt food grade materials to protect about the final quality, to make sure the final quality it is relatively high. And then we set a magnetic separator here, which I have already explained to you again. And then you guys can check about this one, and this is our rasper, really the main equipment in the gallery, in the no, not in the gallery, in the starch processing line. And we use the pump to do the transportation job to our centrifuge. Which I have already shown you about our centrifuge, the working principle, and the advantages or like everything, every details about this centrifuge. So if you do interested about this centrifuge in the start processing line, leave something in the comment to let me know that you're interested. Our assistant, our engineering team can show you more about it. And if you didn't follow about this account or this channel, to follow about it, because every time we are doing the live, we are showing you about different things. This time we are showing you about the processing technology of starch, and maybe next live, I will show you about the Gary processing line. Welcome, Emmanuel. Welcome to the live. This is Oliver from Henan Company, and our company is mainly focusing on the Gary and starch, especially for potato, sweet potato starch, cassava starch, and cassava flour processing line. So if you, no matter you want the uh, single equipment or the whole processing line, you can all leave a message here. And when I check about the video, this is about potato and sweet potato starch processing line. And right now, this equipment, it is the designer to remove about the fine sand in the starch to make sure the final quality of the starch it is really high. And then it is the really it is the hydrocyclone here. You guys can see this one. And I have already explained the every details for this equipment. And if you do interested about the equipment just like this one, type something in the comment. Our engineering team and our assistant can reach to really soon to show more 3D videos, more pictures, and more feedback from our previous customers, previous clients. And how are you? I'm new. Mush. Where are you from? Where are you from? So happy to see you again. I'm new Mush. This is Oliver from Henan Company. Feel free to follow me by clicking the button. Oh. Yeah, this is it is inside. You can check about it. Thank you so much for your follow. Which kind of equipment? Which kind of equipment you interested in more, so that I can show you more about it. Like, oh, I believe there's something wrong with the video here. It is keep like lagging. Where are you from, sir? This is Oliver, and our company, our factory, it is all in China. So all the equipments here, all the materials, all the equipments here, or no matter for the single equipment or the whole processing line, it is kind of low cost with the high quality. Oh, there's definitely something wrong with the uh, video. Hold a second, let me just change another video for you. I mean, no matter for cassava tubers or potato or sweet potato, it is kind of the same. Yeah, let's check about it. How are you, visitor? Are you still here? Oh, let me re-put the video. Let me re-put the video here so that you guys can see more clearly. Yes. All right. Hi. How are you? I'm sorry, I just checked about your message here. Propong. How are you, sir? Welcome to the live. This is Oliver from Henan Company. And right now we are showing you about the potato and sweet potato starch processing line. How about a situation cassava market in China? It is relatively good because, especially in recent years, there are a lot of Provas clients curious about the cassava. Like, if you, yeah, so sorry about that. I just checked about the messages in here. The situation cassava market in China, it is relatively good, especially in recent years. There are a lot of our Provas clients start to want to get to know more about the cassava equipments here. And where are you from, sir? Where are you from? You want to get into the Chinese cassava market? You want to do the business about the cassava starch business, right? Thank you. You are so welcome, sir. And right now, if you like to, yeah, Henan province. I'm from Thailand. This is Oliver from Henan province and China. So yeah, if you like to get to know the cassava equipment here, you can leave a message. Like yeah, if you want to know, our assistant can reach to you really soon to leave our WhatsApp number here so that you can easily to we can show more pictures and more feedbacks and more 3D videos about how about our equipment's working and like the feedback from our previous customers. You can know more about our equipments here. Yeah, we have clients in Thailand. Yeah, talking about our clients, our equipment have been shipped to all over the world, more than 100 countries, and we can show you the project cases. Yes, of course, and especially in Thailand, Vietnam, and some tropical area, subtropical area countries, we all have the project and we all have the cases there. So if you like to see through your own eyes to get to know about the single equipment, how that this equipment working, or how the everything going, we can show you about it. And if you like to check about the 3D videos, you can check about my bio link in my page, in my personal page. There is a WhatsApp number you can contact there, and you can tell our assistant that you are coming in getting in touch with us through the live. It may have a like a discount. Yeah, this is our centrifuge hydrocyclone side here to remove about like the really tiny impurities like the cell or some other tiny impurities. Yes, this is our what? Thank you. Yeah, this is our website and our email. So if you like to know more about it, yeah, and this is our WhatsApp and phone number. So you can easily to add about our WhatsApp number. And I'm sure our assistant can definitely show you more about the pictures, 3D videos. Yeah. And after this centrifuge hydrocyclone here, it's about to get into the process about dewatering and drying system, because I mean especially for the starch business, it is a really important step to dewatering and to dry the raw materials. And do not worry about our equipment. All the equipment get in touch with the food. We adopt food grade stainless steel, which bring no harm to human's body to make sure the final quality of the starch It is relatively high quality starch. And then let me show you about our next equipment here. Yeah, right now you can check about this one. It is our drying system, or we can call it like flash dryer, which normally it is higher than the roof. You guys can check here. Let me just pause it here to show you more details for this one. And if you like to know more for this one, for the flash dryer, or we can call it like the drying system, you can directly leave something in the comments so that we can definitely show you more. So the wet powdery, the wet powdery material such as like the starch will added into the feeding unit and fed according to the amount by the speed regulating range of the unit and enter the hoist of the unit. The hoist rotates at a really high speed, dispersing the materials and throwing them into the drying pipe. And talking about the pipe, our pipe it is adopt a really special design which it is not like the same size. You can check about the pipe according to the picture here, like bigger size one, smaller size one, bigger size one, smaller size one. That is our special design to prolong the time, or the wet powdery materials can stay a longer time in the pipe. And the hot air and wet materials, it is mixing in the drying pipe for like exchanging the heat and evaporate the water and to move rapidly in the pipe. After pausing the middle, it will decrease briefly and exchange the heat fully change the heat. The airflow drying system take the fan and the drying, yeah, you can check about the fan at the bottom part at the driving force to heat exchange the wet materials and hot air in the closed pipe, evaporate the water, ready the water content of the material, meet the standards requirements, and dry the moisture through the gas solid separation of the cyclone separator to obtain the dry materials. And especially for these drying equipments here, the airflow drying is a really efficient drying equipment for powdery materials, which is mainly used for drying all kinds of starch and flour. And airflow drying has the characteristics of like large processing capacity and short drying time, a really continuous and a really stable operation, easy to control, small investment and convenient operation. And according to different sites and process need, the layout of the air drying system it is totally different, which can be twisted in multiple directions. But overall, the height it is like the certain. It is normally around 15 meters to 20 meters, and sometimes it will be even higher than the roof. And you guys can check from the video here. The left part it is about our drying system, and the right part is about the roof. You can easily tell that is much higher than the roof, but it is totally according to your needs. And if you like to start your own like a starch business, you can tell us about your budget, tell us about your what kind of materials do you get, and what is your raw material, so that we can give you a customized design according to your needs. And the red equipment, it is about our side to make sure the final quality, of the it is high quality. And we use about the 10 level square screen. The screen process it is longer to achieve the material cooling, and at the same time each level using different mesh number, it is not easy to code the plug problem. So if you do, yeah, this one it is our packing equipment. That is basically all about the equipment in the sweet potato starch and cassava starch processing line. So, do you have questions, ladies and gentlemen? Do you have questions? If you do, put your question in the comment area so that I can show you more. And if you didn't follow this account, you can right now give us a follow by press the button or subscribe about our channel or our store, because right now we are showing also doing the live on Alibaba. So if you do want to check about it, go give us about a private message so that our assistant or our engineers team can definitely show you more. How are you, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the live. Our company is called Henan Company, which I'm sure you can easily to see the details and see the in the bio, see the videos in the bio. So if you like to get in touch with us, leave your WhatsApp number in the comment area, or we have already leave about our WhatsApp number in the area. So you can easily to add us and do make sure to tell our assistant that you are coming from this live. They will give you a certain discount about the equipment. Welcome, Baila. How are you doing? Welcome to the. Yeah, how are you? Right now, I'm totally showing you guys about potato and sweet potato starch line. How are you? Welcome to the live. So happy to see you. And I can tell from the your bio that you are interested about the starch morgul line. And right now, I'm showing you here. It's about the potato and sweet potato, and also cassava starch protecting line. If you're interested about it, do give me a follow, because every day, every time I'm showing you about different things about our equipments or our protecting line. Today I'm showing you about the cassava and potato, sweet potato starch protecting line. Next time I may totally bring our live stream directly to the factory to show you about how does our workers producing about the equipments, so that you guys can know more about our company. Let's just wait for more questions here. Let's just wait for more questions here. Baila, Baila. How are you doing? Welcome to the live. And if you guys do have any questions, any of the questions, please let me know. All right. No matter for our equipment, no matter for our protecting line, no matter for our company or factories, do leave a message here. And it is so welcome for you guys to come to China and have a visit, or if you're just like, oh, what's this? And by the way, if you didn't follow about this account, our live will be end really soon. So do give us a follow before I ending my live. Yeah, the centrifuge, which is the very high efficient one to remove about the cells. And by the way, the more of this hydrocyclone you have, the more high quality about the starch you can obtain. And here, just to explain a little more, we all know the starch has the national standards, including about the whiteness, moisture, ash, protein, and other indicators. If you do not have a high requirement for like the starch index, or just want to achieve a really simple concentration standard for which dehydration, then like with 6 to 8 level cyclone hydrocyclone, it is also feasible, which is why the same automated production line, the price it is not like the same. But if you like want to produce the very high quality starch, we strongly suggested you to get the 18th hydrocyclone, which it is really high quality. And according to the configuration of our process, we have no problem to achieve the superior quality standards. And moreover, the 18-stage cyclone includes a recovery part, which will also ensure the starch yield of the whole line. Therefore, we still have to make a plan according to your quality requirement for finished starch, so as to give a accurate equipment price. And by the way, in addition, our hydrocyclone machine and the pipeline connection between the cyclone, it is made of 304 stainless steel. It is food grade material to ensure the quality of finished starch, long service life, and if the plastic pipe connection, if we are using about the plastic pipe, we will reduce about the cost, but the service life will be greatly shortened. And considering that the production of starch is generally 24 hours continuity, if the stainless steel design of the mirror is used, the light production will totally reflect light. It is not conductive to the workers in the workshop operation, especially in the night, to produce about what we call light pollution. We use the matte stainless steel. There will be no such problem. And the internal role of the each stage cyclone, it is totally different, even if the cycling block diameter is unchanged. Though the different internal role, the output can be realized up and down. You can realize the over output operation. And by the way, the tube, the hydrocyclone tube is made of nylon 66 food grade material, which is also high strength and very durable material. Like domestic potato will not break down even after 3 years of operation. Our project in Indonesia have been in operation for 2 years already, but it has no without any questions during these these 2 years. So if you do like to get about the very high quality of the hydrocyclone equipment, just do leave a message in the comments to save a lot of cost. Yeah, there must be something wrong with the potato one. So let's check about the cassava starch processing line again, so that I can ending my life. And if you guys have any questions, put your question in the comments. All right. And after this video, I'm about to ending my life. And if you do have any questions right now, put your question in the comments. Welcome, Alan Break. And Porpong, if you are still here and if you do have questions, leave your question or just add about WhatsApp number. Yeah, I think in Thailand we are using about Line more. Yeah, anyway, If you do have the WhatsApp, and if you do want to contact with us, do add about our number. Our engineering team and our assistant know much more than me. They can give you a very professional details about the equipment and the whole production line. Alright, so if you do have any questions, put your question in the comments, because this is the last time I'm showing you guys about the cassava starch processing line. How are you doing? If there's no new questions, I will end my live really soon. What's this? Hold a second, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? VB, welcome to the live. This is Oliver from What I'm Doing Company. Before ending my live, I'd like to show you guys about our company again. Our company has done the starch business or flour business and garlic business about 10 years. To be specific, that is 12 years. And we do accumulate so many successful experience during this decade. Especially, we do have a lot of our equipment have been shipped to all over the world, like about 100 countries, especially in Thailand and tropical area countries and subtropical area countries. And if you do like to check about the, if you do want to know more about the case, we can send you about the, yeah, just like the about the case project cases to you guys. And our company and our factory, it is all located in Henan province, China, which means we do have the low quality, no, low cost with the high quality items. Welcome, Staffy. Welcome to the live. This is Oliver from Henan Doing Company. And right now, check about the cassava starch processing line. If you're interested about this thing, if you do want to start your own starch business or flour business, leave a message in the comment. Our assistant, our engineers team can show you more details, and they are much more professional than me. Welcome, Marlik. I'm Rain. Welcome to the lab. This is Oliver. Happy to see you guys here. And if you do like to know more for the details or for this hydrocyclone or for the centrifuge side, you can all leave a message. And if you didn't follow this account, do follow us, because next time we probably bring our live stream directly to the factory to show you guys about how the workers producing about the equipment, and how we do the packing, how we do the shipping, and what kind of factory do we have. And if you do want to have a visit, you can also leave a message. They can show you, like, our assistant will let you know how to come to our company and our factory to have a visit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if there's no further questions, that will be the end for the live. So let's just waiting for 1 minute for more new questions. If you do have it, just right now, it is the time for you to put your question in the comments, which I briefly showing you like everything about the details here. You guys can see. Alright, so right now I think it is a time for me to say goodbye to you guys. Welcome, Talai. Welcome to the live. How are you doing? This is Oliver, and our company is doing the starch business about 10 years, especially for potato and sweet potato starch. Welcome to the live. Potato, sweet potato starch, and cassava starch and cassava flour business. If you're interested about those business, leave a message in the comment. Our assistant can definitely show you more about our equipment and show you more about our whole processing line. And if you didn't follow me, feel free to follow me by click the follow button. So do you have any questions, Talai and Efran? If there's no new questions, I think that is all about today's live, and wish you guys have a really wonderful Monday. And yeah, feel free to contact with our engineers team. Okay, that will be all for today's live. See you guys next time. Bye bye. And also